So what I've tried in the beginning, and what you guys may also have tried or think of trying, is getting a couple of breweries nearby each neighborhood. That would normally work, but sadly it doesn't because of trade. The of traders going the wrong direction and leaving your barley in a storage yard, which is really far away from your other breweries, which means that your storage yard worker will get 1 unit of barley and go all the way over here to the south of the map to this one single brewery, which most of the time will remain will be empty, and the production value, the efficiency overall will be really small. So that is why the second strategy that I've used was actually to leave just a couple of them in case something happens, and just one or two at max, and concentrate on a huge amount of breweries right over here, and two main storage yards that both can house barley, and this way they will the efficiency gets a bit higher, although you do have problems with the long transport times from here all the way to your other neighborhoods. So this is the biggest problem on this map, and if in case somebody has actually asked me for help because they wanted to know how to build the palatial estate so that they can manage economically on this map. Now the true how should I say it, secret or recipe for success economically on this map is to gather as much reed as you can, make papyrus and sell it. Don't use it for yourself in the beginning of the map. Also, it will help to serve all those requests that you get, even though some of them are absurd. They ask for bricks like in the first year or the second year of play, which is absolutely absurd. You really don't have any time or enough workers or enough money to build up your brick works. And yeah, so right back to the economy, just make sure that you have papyrus. Make sure that with the first money you get from papyrus that you will build your city palace, which is really expensive. It's 2,000 emeralds, and if you think about it, you start with 2,000 or something like that, which, yeah, it's really expensive. So from your first profit, be sure to build your city palace and then your tax collectors, so that it will help, because believe me, it will help. If I look at my economy really quickly, look at that. My exports are bringing me about 6,000 emeralds each year, and I think this is the sum. I actually don't think it's more than that, and I get from taxes like 33,000. Although the taxes are a bit higher, I actually use the 12%. I always use the 12% on my maps, and the people are happy. They don't say anything about that. And look at that, I have 14,000, yeah, import costs, which is a lot of money, because you need barley, you need brew. Let's get really quickly. So I'm importing barley, I'm importing beer, I'm importing flax, I'm also importing linen, gems, luxury goods, and the only thing that you can export on this map is wood, which is dirt cheap. If you look at the price, wood is like, oh, it's actually not that cheap. Why did I have the impression that it was cheaper? Anyway, it doesn't matter because you really don't have enough wood to sell to everybody. So if you can look at this, I'm actually exporting only wood and papyrus when over a certain level, because you get these demands from other kingdoms, you need it for yourself, and that's just really sad. Also, what am I importing? Yeah, pottery, exactly. You can make your own pottery, but you'll find out that once you get over the 10,000 population limit, it gets really hard, and you really have to import as well. So, and meat and fish, just importing as needed. To have that extra type, those extra types of food. Although I do have fisheries in the south, and you guys might actually get these out also, or right here on these two ledges. on the southwest and southeast ledges, because there's a lot of space for it, it really brings up a lot of problems for building those and building your neighborhoods right next to them to give them the workers needed. Now, what should I be explaining? Yes, another thing that I've actually discovered in Pharaoh, I don't know how many of you are know this. Right now, my unemployment is at 8%, which, you know, it's really not bad. It's not good either, but it's better to have unemployment than workers need, believe me. And I will be explaining why you really always should be having unemployment. This is the census. You can just go to the others here for the granaries and the population, and this is the census. Now, the census tells you in a small graph how many people of a certain age or age group you house in your city at this moment. Now, in the beginning of the map, when you build new houses, new blocks, new neighborhoods, most of the people that are coming are 50, you know, like it's like 5% are older than 50 years old, and most of them will work for you. They are, you know, healthy and young and can do a lot of work. But as time goes by, so let's see how many years have I spent in the game. I've spent almost 40 years, like 33 years exactly in this game right now. And 33 years is actually, you know, if you look at these, most of the guys that I've had and were young when I started the map are actually dying or dead, which means that if you look at the children, you know, up to 20 years, there aren't that many people. If I will be playing this map without changing my houses for the next 20 years, this means that I will not have enough workers, and my workers will just collapse. My worker amount will just collapse ridiculously, and I will be in a lot of trouble. Now, there are two ways of beating the game in this principle, because it always happens. You know, after 50 or 60 years on a map, if you haven't finished it in the meantime, and for this last map, believe me, you will need it, your population just drops like that. It's incredible, but that's how it happens. And one of the cases, one of the solutions is to actually delete all of your houses. You know, just set the game on pause, delete everything, all of your houses, or if you are more comfortable, you can just delete a neighborhood every 5 years. This is also more economical, because you won't take that much of a hit, and you won't have to micromanage your industries and your infrastructure when the new population is coming in. But this is what I do usually. I just delete all of my houses. I don't, you know, I don't look at it if I won't be making any money for a couple of years or so. But this really helps the chances problem that each player will have after a certain amount of years, because all of your population will grow old, they won't work anymore, and your children, you know, the number of your children will be quite smaller as your adult population. So I think I've covered a lot of stuff in this video. I think it's much longer than 10 minutes now, but it doesn't matter, because I will be showing you right now, because as I've promised, this is a Palatial estate tutorial, or sort of a tutorial. So once again, this is the neighborhood that you want to build. Take a look at it. You can pause the video and look at it. Pretty nice. This is the neighborhood that will go up to Palatial estate if they have everything they need, meaning every goods. Also, you